165 pounds.
Nice that Ray weighed in at 65. Now I'm not only fighting a old welterweight, but an old fat welterweight. Thank you.
Good right hand by Leonard. Lalonde is hurt. Lalonde backs up against the ropes. Leonard landing at will.
A good fight can happen anywhere. In an alley, a gym, even the kitchen. Between strangers or friends, amateurs or professionals. When it happens between champions, and one of them is Sugar Ray Leonard, we show it to you. Hello, I'm Larry Merchant. Like you, no doubt, I was skeptical when Leonard Lalonde was announced. Donnie Lalonde or LeBlonde? A vegetarian, a marathoner, a budding actor model who tints his hair. He looked like a lot of guys I've seen losing in the first round at Wimbledon. But on closer inspection, he could punch. He was bigger and younger than Leonard. So skepticism turned to curiosity. And then the fight turned into a fight. For the next 75 minutes, we'll show it to you in its entirety. Then we'll examine highlights with both Sugar Ray Leonard and Donnie Lalonde. And finally, we'll take a look into their futures. Now, Monday, November 7th, you are there.
It is a mild, breezy night in the desert, a wonderful setting for a little piece of history. Tonight, from Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas, Nevada, HBO Sports presents World Championship Boxing. The WBC Super Middleweight and Light Heavyweight titles are on the line as WBC Light Heavyweight champion Donnie Lalonde takes on the former welterweight, junior middleweight, and middleweight world champion Sugar Ray Leonard. Here in the desert, an early evening glow settles over the parking lot arena in which so many of this decade's greatest fights have taken place. Here, where Ray Leonard once rallied to stop Thomas Hearns, and where 19 months ago he shocked the world by outpointing marvelous Marvin Hagler, the man many regard as the greatest fighter of his generation, readies to face his most unlikely opponent, a heretofore largely unknown light heavyweight champion from Canada named Donnie Golden Boy Lalonde. And now, accompanied by most of the men who have been with him since the beginning of his professional career, back in 1977, Sugar Ray Leonard begins to enter the ring. Only 2 fights in the last 6 years and 9 months. One of them, the 9-round technical knockout of Kevin Howard in Worcester, Massachusetts in 1984. And then in 1987, on April 6th, the victory many regarded as the greatest, certainly one of the most unexpected of his or anyone else's career, the 12-round decision over marvelous Marvin Hagler.
And it's because of his inactivity, as well as his age and the fact that he's moving up in weight, that there have been declining odds in Las Vegas. What started out as a 4-to-1 fight in favor of Leonard is now 2.5 to 1.
34 wins. The only loss for Roberto Duran was avenged. 24 knockouts. And of course, World Championships in 3 separate weight classes coming into tonight. He has the chance tonight to win titles awarded by the WBC in 2 more weight classes, which would give him an unprecedented total of 5. And there is Donnie Lalonde as he prepares to make his second defense of the title he won from Eddie Davis when the two were matched for the title which had been vacated by Thomas Ernst and which he later defended in Trinidad against Leslie Stewart.
A lot of perseverance and a little luck have launched him in to a $5 million payday.
31 wins, 2 losses, 26 knockouts. The losses, a 6-round decision to Wilbert Vampire Johnson in Winnipeg back in 1981. And he was knocked out by a fighter named Willie Edwards in May of 1985. Tail of the tape, the number to which most people pay a lot of attention is the age of Ray Leonard, 32 years old. Perhaps more significant, though, his weight. He weighs 165 pounds. He was 158 for Hagler in April of 1987, so he enters here 7 pounds heavier than ever before. Lalonde has usually weighed closer to 175 in his bouts, but he says this weight of 167 is more natural for him.
And here is our punch stat profile of the fighters, how many punches they throw, how busy they are. As you can see, Leonard much more the active or accurate puncher, Lalonde presumably the heavier puncher. Obviously not much of a jab for Lalonde, landing 2 out of 35 in that particular fight. He uses it for radar so that he can throw his right behind it. In fact, because he doesn't have a left, he had to develop that devastating right that got him here.
The rules for the bout are those of the World Boxing Council. Most significant, there is no 3 knockdown rule in effect. Only the referee can stop the fight. And now, let's go to ring announcer Chuck Hall for brief fight introductions.
Well, the next bout of the evening is Dr. Elias Ghanem of the Nevada State Athletic Commission. The officials assigned for the next bout of the night, the judges are Chuck Chiamba of Las Vegas, Nevada, Stuart Kirschbaum of Detroit, Michigan, and Franz Marty of Austrichen, Switzerland. The timekeeper is Mike Lagella. Counting in the knockdowns, Al Bisek. The attending physician ringside, Drs. Flip Omansky, Donald Romeo, and James Game. And your referee is Richard Steele. This is the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Super Middleweight and Light Heavyweight Championships of the world. Introducing, in the red corner, fighting out of Potomac, Maryland, weighing in at 165 pounds, with a professional record of 34 wins, 1 defeat, with 24 KOs. He is the holder of 3 different world titles in 3 weight divisions. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Sugar Ray Leonard. And in the blue corner, fighting out of Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, weighing in at 167 pounds. His professional record consists of 31 wins, 2 defeats, with 26 KOs. He is the WBC Light Heavyweight Champion of the world, Donnie, the Golden Boy, Lalonde.
I gave both of you guys instruction and judgment. I'm crossing you right now. Obey my commands at all times. Shake hands, good luck.
There are 2 scenarios that this fight might follow. One was the recent Spinks-Cooney fight in which the smaller man just hit the bigger, slower man from every angle, wore him down, and finally stopped him